little bit me, a little bit, just a little bit for me, a little bit for her, a little bit for you, a little bit for them. Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, didn't know you were, didn't see you there. Check it out, check it out. Thanks for joining me, everyone. This is the Fanatics of Film, and my name is Ben, and just getting into this latest episode of Castle Rock here. I would be doing this with Joe, but he is super busy with other things, and so just wanted to kind of get into this here. Hope you're all having a great end of summer here, coming on with this, what is it, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are starting school. I miss that. That's one thing I do miss. One thing I don't miss is shelling out every so few thousands of dollars for a semester or a quarter, whichever you're in now. To all of you, I hope you're having a great time getting started in college or whatever it is you're doing. Anyway, so yeah, this episode of Castle Rock, I actually am really tickled by the concept of this multi-dimensional multiverse, if you will. Really cool stuff when you think about it. When you think about how a lot of people think of Stephen King as this as a horror writer. I mean, I always thought of him that way. But I only read a few books of his when I was a kid. But quite honestly, really great work on his part in general, and with the whole badrobot studios that are taking these things on that are great and now still relevant, even though these books were generally written, or at least these characters were generally written in the 70s and 80s. But it's great to see how this type of storytelling and I mean, you know, Stephen King may not have written this, but this is all in the Stephen King verse, in the Stephen King multiverse. The Stephen King multiverse. Instead of the DCEU, it's the Stephen King, the SKEU, the SK expanded universe, for Scott Glenn, of course. And if you watch he's been in a lot of stuff, but you know, he's a kind of a staple for so long. He's been in a lot of different shows, a lot of different series, a lot of different films for many years. He was a kind of a character actor for many years. But I mean, okay, so he was in Firestorm, which was a 1998 or Firestarter. Made me think of that. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Firestarter. But anyway, no. So, but he was in The Hunt for Red October, and you know, Man on Fire. These are The Right Stuff, of course. Everybody loves this flick. 1983. That was actually a classic film, The Right Stuff. But anyway, he was you know, most recently kind of people know him from the recent Daredevil series, the Blind Man. Anyway, just you know, kind of wanted to say, so you know, spoiler alert, his character gets killed, and so this is something that I actually did. I kind of foresaw it. I could kind of see it coming. You could kind of see what she was undergoing, and everybody's kind of guessing it to see what Ruthie's you know, her experience, and does she have Alzheimer's? That's what I've been trying to figure out still. Does she have Alzheimer's? Does she, or is this just simply the fact that this house and this town is being intersected by multiple universes, multiple realities, other possibilities, other possible realities? Another quick shout out. I mean, that's the one thing that intrigues me the most. And so the point that I was getting at to before is about Stephen King being this, you know, everybody thinks of him as kind of a horror writer, but he's definitely, his whole concepts, all of his story concepts are based in science fiction, or at least allude to science fiction, or at least run in the same in the same parallels, or run in the same school of thought as science fiction. So anyway, this was a very a cool thing to think about, just the process here. Whole lot of different things happen. Once again, this is this season does surprise you quite a bit, especially with I was thoroughly surprised when you see the death, or this guy be completely engulfed by the paintings. He seems to be obsessed with the art, all the different paintings here. But the scene that stood out to me the most here is that he's hacked up all the bodies, and they got this they have this B&B thing going on, and the bed and breakfast, and they are just they're realizing, okay, so I don't know what came over me, honey, and she's just barely saying, we should have never happened, just like the affair that I had on you earlier. So that was very interesting. But the thing that really stood out to me was they have this taxi person come, and she is like saying like, hey, you guys can let's scratch each other's backs type of things. Let's help each other's let's help each other's business. Let's help. I can help bring you people, and you can whatever, let people know about me type of thing. And so this is a very interesting scene. They're just all very standoffish, like they're packing body parts right in the front door here. And she's a connoisseur of the murder arts here, and the recreated murder here, and he's thoroughly impressed by her knowledge here, which is nice. Your axes type of thing. So, but anyway, the big standout thing that came here that made it feel most real and most shocking was the sense that she comes out here and is looking inside the bags and or just looking inside the truck and finds the bags here. This is a thoroughly interesting. It grabs you. It grabbed me for sure. So, I wonder two big things that stand out here is Sissy Spacek's Ruth Deaver, her character. Does she actually have Alzheimer's, or is all of what she is experiencing is it an effect caused by the rift in the space-time continuum? Is it simply the fact that they are in this interdimensional twining alternate reality, or current reality? Which are we? And like that whole last episode, she's sitting there going, "When is it?" When she sees what's her bucket. Yeah, Melanie Linsky. She sees her on the front porch, and she's like, "When is it? When are we?" Type of. That's what she says. Like literally, when are we? What reality are we in? What time period? And of course, you got random people in there. What's her name from House of Cards? I can't remember her name, but she was very, very interesting to see. She was a surprise to be in there. I don't know why she was there, but she's obviously kind of judging him, so to speak. And he's just ready to just take off. He's ready to get out of here. Henry Deaver is just wanting to get the hell out. Henry is getting his son out of there, wants to get him out of town. He's just basically saying, I don't know why I've got you here in the first place. I don't know why you're here. But I am thoroughly impressed with this series. Really, I am. And I think that somehow they'll bring back Alan Pangborn, who is played by Scott Glenn. Rather interesting moment where Henry's kind of realizing that his, possibly his choice to get this guy out of jail may have not been the best option. Or was it the right option, or wasn't it? And all this art that's been done of him makes him kind of thinking other ways. It's really interesting. Really beautiful. It's really beautiful art. It's really good. All the art is really good. But anyway, he's trying to find something here, and I guess he's trying to see if there's a different artist, and it's all D. Lacey, and I'm trying to Okay, so he's realizing that this is a shirt. Okay, so they're both wearing the same shirt. Which leads me to the thinking that there's a possibility that he may have been possessed by him at some point, at some time. That Bill Skarsgård's character, the kid, his character had somehow possessed him somehow, and I think that's just generally what's happening here. He's possessing people, but I mean that could easily typically have been something else. But anyway, so the other big takeaway from here is that Henry literally is just trying to get out of there for just simple reasons. He overstepped his bounds. He's in there. He doesn't need to be, and they fight. And there's a jugular moment. There's a knife in the jugular moment. So, kind of sad. Anyway, I'm really curious to see if this is something where it's going to be an SK multiverse, a Stephen King multiverse. Something that's going to continue on. Is this just going to be one season? What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be something? Would you prefer it to be just the kind of one-off season? It seems to me like it's becoming something like that of American Horror Story, that type of thing, where can be a little bit more than just that. What are your thoughts and feelings about this? Are you enjoying Castle Rock? I sure am. This is actually a really good season, really good storytelling. I think it's really strong, and you know, there are definitely weaker moments in the beginning of the season, but this particular season is amazing, I think. So anyway, appreciate you so much, and this has been the Fanatics of Film. If you haven't, please hit subscribe and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. So please give it a like, give it subscribe, and give it a thumbs up. That will help the algorithm to shoot it into everyone else's feed. So anyway, I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great day.